Hey guys, so first off, happy Friday. We made it through another week of 2021, so 2020 part 2 it's seeming like. Hope you guys had a good one despite everything that's going on in the world, going on in America right now. So yeah, if you're new here, thanks for stopping by, and if you're not, thank you so much for sticking around. I really enjoy making videos, and seeing a following grow is just a little bit of encouragement to keep doing it, because it does take time, it does take effort, and when it feels like nobody's out there, it seems like there's no point sometimes. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Before I get much into it, like all the videos this week, I'm sorry for my disgusting hair and glasses. I am in this semester now. We are in the thick of things right now. So yeah, just not feeling it. And I have a splitting headache, so I am trying to get back to wearing my prescription glasses. I do have some blue light glasses coming in the mail today, if and when that comes, to see if that'll help some, because I have read that blue light glasses generally help with migraines. So if they're good, maybe I'll do a review. Who knows? So today, it is a little bit premature, but I am doing my January 2021 reading wrap up. So today is like, I don't have my watch on, so it's like the 25th, I think. So we do have some time before the end of the month, and I will definitely finish the book I'm reading, and then there's no way I'm not going to finish this next book, because I know I'm just going to rip through it. I did get 4 books read this month, which is not at all what I was hoping to get through. But I did go into a huge reading slump. Not huge, because obviously I recovered and read multiple books, but I was in a reading slump after reading the first book that I encountered this month, because I hated it so much that even though my second book was a beloved reread, I just couldn't do it. I just didn't want to pick up a book. I hated it so much. Have you guys ever had a book that you just disliked so much that made you just not want to read in general? Or am I like the only one? Am I the oddball? Just let me know. I'm curious. So let's get it over with. The first book I did read this month, which I currently have sitting at a 3 out of 5 stars, I think, just because I was like, oh, well, it's my first book of the year. I don't want it to be like a 1 star, but this is definitely a 1 star, and that is The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. At this point, my rant on this book has been out for a few days. It should have come out Monday. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I have no regrets about hating it, because it was not fun for me to read. Because I did a rant review that's already out, I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it, other than it is a vampire fiction story that was set in 1872 New Orleans, follows Celine Rousseau, a recent immigrant, and it should have a lot of interest to it, but it just doesn't. If you're trying to get into vampire fiction, this is not for you. I think if you're already involved with vampire fiction, have been for a long time, and you just eat up everything in the genre, this would be great. And like I said, if you're a huge fan of Renee Ahdieh, definitely read this, but I've just come to realize I don't like Renee Ahdieh. So yeet that book out of existence without hitting the dog. Oh my God. So the next book I read, contrasted to The Beautiful, is a 5 out of 5 star read, and it was the first time I read it, and that is the perfect A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. Oh my God, I'm about to film my rant on this, and it's like eating your favorite meal over and over again every time you pick it up. It's such comfort to me, because I just love the series. And I forgot how truly amazing the second book is, because yes, it is a sequel, and usually I'm not one for sequels. I think the first book will generally always be the best, but this book it surpasses the first book by far. You have such complex characters. There's a portrayal of so many different kinds of very strong emotion that are played in. You have like a wedding that doesn't turn out perfectly, and I don't think that's something you see very often in YA, especially not in fantasy. You see different sides of characters that were focused on in the first book, and it builds them further. So yeah, just amazing. I love this book so much. I would definitely recommend A Court of Thorns and Roses to anybody that is a little bit of an older audience. I know when it initially came out, it was marketed as YA fiction. And I did read it when I was 15 or 16, like a lot of my favorite books. I would adjust that and say that it should probably be new adult fiction, because Farrah, I believe, is 19, turning 20 in this book, so she's the same age I am. And the sexual content within this book specifically, and if you know the joke, chapter 55, it's not for a child, and I cannot believe that I read that when I was not even halfway through high school quite yet. It's a lot. I do think, I'm blushing, I do think Sarah J. Maas should have been aware of who the target audience was when she was writing this, because I know when it was just the first book out, even though that contains some content too, it was very much marketed as YA. So although I disagree, and I think it should have been marketed for an older audience, like 17, 18 plus, favorite book of all time, so good. There is nothing I dislike about this book, in truth. It's so good. It's chunky, but every word is just, you need it. Like, you need it in your soul if you love Sarah J. Maas, if you love A Court of Thorns and Roses. And this next month, I will be reading A Court of Wings and Ruin, the third book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's out of series, I guess. So yeah, I love it. Reading A Court of Thorns and Roses just feels like coming home. I don't know how to explain it other than that. So the third book is the book I'm reading right now, and that is Rubble Rose by Emma Theriault. I'm really not sure how to say it. If anybody does know, please educate me, because I feel like an idiot not knowing. So this does follow Beauty and the Beast after the curse has been broken. I think it mentions early on that it's like a couple months afterwards. And we definitely see Belle and Beast in a much more mature light than the animated movie presents, I think even the live action movie. It does take place very much on the eve of the French Revolution. They've been in Paris, they know revolution's brewing. It's just a matter of time how long it takes to get to them. So far I have enjoyed it. I don't think it'll be a 5 out of 5 star read for me, but I do think it will be up there. I don't want to decide quite yet, because I'm a little over a quarter of the way through. I'm a little over 100 pages into it, and it's okay. I do think the characters are lacking somewhat, because this author has gone with the assumption that we know the animated story so well that she doesn't really need to focus on characters, like who they already are, so we have a basis to build from, which I think is not the best idea, because although in the animated movie we get to know Belle very well, but we don't really know anything about the Beast, and who he is as a human is made out to be very, very different from who I thought he would be, and there's not really an explanation for that, how it ties back to who he was as a Beast. And maybe there is further in the book, but right now it's just okay. So it's definitely a little bit of a letdown. The fourth and I'm pretty sure final book that I got to this month, or will get to, is Majesty by Catherine McGee. It is the second book in the American Royals. I think it's going to be a series, maybe a trilogy. I'm not going to delve too far into this, because this just made an appearance in my most anticipated reads of 2021 video that you would have just seen on Wednesday. So if you do want a little bit more information on this, then definitely go click on that video. If I can figure out like the card thing somewhere up here, then I will try to link it here. But this does follow the first book. I think it's following all the same perspectives. It is an alternate history where George Washington did accept the crown at the end of the American Revolution, when in reality he did not. And this follows the most modern generation of his family, of the American royal family. So it's very interesting. The first book I loved. I was so excited for this, and I don't know why I've put it off so long. I have a bad habit of putting off books that I'm really excited for. Like, there's going to be some special time to read them, and I mean, really, there never is. Like, we're not guaranteed it tomorrow. So I don't know why I'm so bad about that. why I don't just read what I want to read. So that's one of my flaws as a reader, I'd say. So yeah, fairly short and sweet video for this Friday afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. I mean, we're all tired, let's be honest. But yeah, so next week you're going to see my February TBR. I do believe my boyfriend Bill, who has made occasional appearances on this channel, will be picking out a book to add to my list. So we'll see if I read that. Yeah. And I'm hoping to do the Reading Habits book tag that I saw on, I believe her name is Noelle Gallagher's channel. And it just sounded super interesting because the questions, my answers to some of the questions, I feel like are a lot different than what some people's would be. I definitely have my very unique habits when it comes to reading, and I think it'd be interesting to talk about them. See how you guys compare to me. I'd love to know. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video. There's a new chapter number 9 out today. I almost forgot to say that. So go read it, go like it up, go read the whole story. It's so close to the end. I've worked on it for so long. So yeah, just let me know what you think about it. I'm so ready to be done with it. Although I've enjoyed the journey. That wraps up this video. I will quit ranting now, and it was great seeing you guys again.